Hey there everyone, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I trust you will enjoy this video. Goeiemôre almal, baie welkom en dankie dat julle saam kyk. Ek vertrou julle gaan hierdie video geniet. Firstly, do subscribe and follow my channel. That will ensure that you are notified whenever I upload a new video. Furthermore, if you enjoy these videos, please like them and don't forget to share. There may be quite a few other people out there who may also enjoy them just as much as you do. So do like and share. A shout out to all my Patreon supporters. Thanks so much folks for supporting me. And those of you who are not supporters yet and do like my music and do like the videos that I present, pop over to patreon.com/Riaan Eloff. Have a look around there. You're welcome to support me. And now, into the video. If you've been following the series, you may recall we have done the click track, we've done the pilot, we've done the drums, we've done the acoustic guitars. Next, I'm going into the electric guitar tracks. As mentioned also in a previous video, some of the instruments we record multiple times, multiple tracks. Today with the electric guitars, we will also be recording multiple takes. I may not show you all the takes, but I will include several of them to which we will be crossing in a few moments. A reminder, as always, that the audio you will be hearing is the audio from this camera microphone. So you're hearing the audio as I will be hearing it in the booth. It is not pre-mixed, it's not edited or cleaned up. You're going to be hearing the electric guitar, you're going to be hearing some of the drums, bass, the piano, the acoustic tracks, but it will all be rough, obviously. You will definitely hear the click track as well, along to which I will be playing. So that's the information that I thought I'd share with you guys right now. At this point, I'm going to cross over to recording the guitar tracks. The first thing we will do is set up the audio mix so that I can comfortably hear that which I want to hear here in the control room, as I will be monitoring from my speakers right here. Because it is an electric guitar going directly into the system, we do not need enclosure, we do not need microphones. The signal is passing directly into the system and it's being processed in the system. If I'm recording here and I cough or sneeze or clear my throat or someone walks in while I'm playing, I can even chat to them. It'll make no difference because we're not recording with mics today. Electric guitar, we're recording directly into the system. Many guitarists prefer and enjoy rather going into an amplifier, a typical guitar amplifier. From there, we would then set up the guitar amplifier in one of the booths. They will have a cable running to that amplifier. We have a microphone that mics up the amplifier. This gives you a little bit of a different sound. Some people prefer to do it like that. Some people prefer not to do it like that, and others don't mind. Personally, when I book a guitarist, I don't mind. I give him the option to choose whether he wants the amplifier inside the room, mic'd up, or whether he wants to go directly into the system. For this, because I don't use an amplifier, as I'm not a guitarist, I don't have all the gear that a guitarist normally would have. I don't use an amplifier, so I'm going to go directly into the system. In my system, I will be using software called Guitar Rig. Many of you may be aware of it, many of you may know it, to process and effect the guitars. So here we go guys, I'm going to be setting up the mix. So while I set up the mix, I will be showing you on my other camera what is going on the screen. I remind all of you, I am just not up to figuring out how to do the screen captures right now, so I'm just using my additional camera to record the screen as I go. Here you can see, these are the multiple tracks that we've done. So far, here at the bottom, you can see we've done kick, snare, tom, 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 overheads. They've all been recorded. That's the drum tracks. Here is the bass. That's the acoustic left and right. Then we have the piano / keys, which is a combination of MIDI and audio, because I'm playing from my electronic piano and it's being recorded in there. These tracks are for vocals, as you can see, lead vocals, alto, tenor. So at this point, I will insert Guitar Rig 5. I will now be spending some time selecting sounds. I will probably not show you this whole process, as it could be a tedious process, but I'm going to be selecting some sounds that I will be using on this track. Once I have the sounds selected, I will be setting up a bit of a mix. To set up the sounds, I'm going to get the guitar, I'm going to plug it in. I have the guitar ready. I plugged it into the system, checked for levels. You can't hear it, you're only hearing this because it's not running through the system yet. It's just plugged in. I checked for levels, it's got levels running there. It's not peaking, I'm quite comfortable and happy with that. Now I'm going over to the software to set it up. Now you can see the guitar is going through the system. Before I even set up any sounds, I just want to tune. I'm going to use Guitar X Tuner to get the guitar into tune. Okay, so for now I'm going to go with that tuning. The next step is to get a sound that works. So now I'm going to start picking sounds. So something that I just discovered is that when I'm too close to my screens I'm going to get a noise. So I have to step out over here and play. As you can hear, listen to this. It's obviously disturbance being picked up from there. So I'll be playing at about this distance from the system when I'm playing, just to make sure we don't get a lot of disturbance from the screens. I've got the first sound selected, which I'm satisfied with. It will be used as a rhythm sound left and right for when we're really driving. It's a big, strong overdrive. I want to look for a clean sound, a little bit more of a clean sound as well now. So let me keep looking. So folks, as you can see right now, I've got the electric left and right. These are the big overdrives that I'm going to be using. I've already got sounds for them. Then I have something which I call the drangs. Okay, because I have no other name for them. I'll let you guys hear in a moment what they sound like when I have sounds picked for them. But that is your real country Nashville type of sound happening there. You'll hear what it sounds like in a moment. And then I have to the right swells lead. If I want to do a couple of swells on the intros, maybe a little bit of lead, big echoes and stuff like that. So that's what that is for. The guitars are almost ready set up. I'm going to just look for the sound for the drangs, then I'll be ready. So folks, here I have a sound that sounds a little bit like the drangs. I'm not sure I'm satisfied with it, but listen to this. Here's why I call it a drang. It's typically that sound that you'll bring in on a ballad when it's a bigger sound, you know, something like that. So I think I'm okay with this sound. I'm going to check it out. So now, to show you all how I set up the mix, and as you can hear, the guitars are quite loud. Okay. So I'm just going to drop them all a bit. In fact, I'll start from there for now. Okay, so now I'm going to play back the song. The tracks that I'm going to record now are the really big ones, the sort of climax chorus stuff. So I'm going to listen to the song, find out where that should take place and where I'm really happy with it. While I'm listening, I'm going to set up the mix a little bit so that I can hear comfortably what I want to hear. And then when I know where the climax choruses are that I want to put in these tracks, I'm going to lay them down. There's the whole song. You can see the markers. Where that white line is from the top to bottom is where I am now, and that's when I'm going to start playing. Folks, I actually continued to set up the mix. I was listening to the song play back and setting up. I dropped the bass quite a bit. I dropped the acoustics a little bit. I later dropped the electrics so that they blend in better because they were quite loud and overpowering. Unfortunately, as I was concentrating and doing the work, I forgot to tell you guys what I was doing and forgot to show you what I was doing. But this is essentially what I did. Okay, folks, at this point, once again, I realized while editing that this video is going to be quite long. And I want to try and keep the episodes to between 8 and 12 minutes if I can. For this reason, I'm stopping it here and moving the actual recordings of the guitars to next week's episode. You have a lot of information now that you saw that I gave you about this recording and how I set it up and prepare it. It was great spending this time with you guys. I look forward to seeing you next week again, where we get down to the actual recording of the guitar tracks. In the meantime, please do subscribe if you enjoy this and share it with a few friends. It would be great if you could do that. Remember that if you do subscribe, you will be notified every time that I upload a video. Also, if you enjoy these videos, like, share. There might be a couple of other guys who would like to see them and who would enjoy them as you may as well. And in closing, quick shout out once again to my Patreon subscribers. Thanks so much, guys, for supporting me. Those of you who are not subscribers yet, you're welcome to pop over to patreon.com/Riaan Eloff. Have a look there. If you like what I do, you're welcome to subscribe. It would be great. Also, don't forget the perks. The album that I've just completed, which will be launched in about 6 weeks or 2 months from now, is going to be available for free to all my Patreon subscribers within a few weeks. It'll be before the rest of the world gets it. That's just one example of some of the perks that you get when you do support me. Patreon subscribers, thanks guys. You make these videos possible. Everybody watching, I'll see you guys next week. Cheers.